Welcome back to Backstage, everybody. I am so confused. This week's episode has left me so confounded. I've got more questions. And who am I talking about? Am I talking about Jake Andrews or am I talking about Riot? Now, I had the opportunity to sit down with him for just a couple of minutes one day without his makeup. But the way he was talking and the way things were moving along in the interview, you don't know who you may be or may not be talking to. He sounded like Riot, but he also sounded like Jake. So is he still so confused, or is he just putting that out there to confuse the rest of us? What is his game? What is his plans? I have so many questions. And after you guys see this interview, you're going to have so many questions. So please drop some comments, like and share everything. But I want to hear everybody's thoughts on this because I can't be the only one. So I give you this week the one and only Riot of the Lost.
One, go.
All right, so I met up, just so happened today, with none other than the Riot from SPW Wrestling. Without your makeup.
Yeah.
How weird is that? Yeah, out here without your makeup and talking about
Well,
wrestling.
I'm more used to being without makeup than I am with makeup. So.
Okay. So, but what I do know of you is you pretty much just grew up in this business. Right?
Yeah, I was born.
You were shot out and you're a wrestler.
Yeah. I knew I was going to be a wrestler when I was born.
So who all have you had the privilege of training with? When you first coming up?
When I first came in, I started training. My granddad, which is Robert Wallace, he's the one that started training me. And then he got to where he couldn't in his back much anymore. So Kurt Nichols and this dude named Jose Guerrero took over. And from then on out, it was just, they threw me in the ring one night as this character named Blue Blaze under a hood. And when they seen that I could actually do something in the ring, they told me the next week that, hey, we want you to work.
So how long did you pretty much train before you get to that point?
Well, they wanted me to do a 6 months training, but my 6 months prolonged and it turned into a year. And then I was like, well, I'm not ready yet. So I was going to go for another 6 months just to make myself ready because I wasn't understanding everything that was going on. I didn't understand the logics. I was 17 when I was 17 when I broke into the ring. I was probably 16 when I was training. Yeah. Because back then there wasn't an age limit. It was, but as long
I'm
as
just saying there was, but there was exceptions.
We're in Alabama.
That's our excuse.
We're in Alabama.
We're in Alabama.
Anything's accepted.
Anything goes.
And like I said, once I picked up, they threw me in the ring one night and realized I was. And then I was also at that time doing a kid skit where I went out for during intermissions and I trained with the kid. I went out and done flips with the ropes as an Iron Man character. I was fully dressed from head to toe as Iron Man.
Okay.
And
that sounds like fun.
That's how I first broke in as Iron Man, Jake Andrews.
Okay.
And that's where it all started.
That's how it started. Okay. So when did you flip over to Riot? And the clown portion started coming.
My clown side's always been there.
Okay.
But it broke out in Pulaski. We had a casket match, and they wanted me to dress up, and I come unprepared. So I painted my whole body white and done the little face thing, and it's stuck ever since. And I came out to the song "Let's Start a Riot," so everybody was like, "Hey, won't you use the name Riot?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
and you just started going from there.
Yeah. And then I turned into a psycho.
This business has a little bit to do with that. Because I've noticed you've got a mixed style.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I see some old school chain, and then I see some new, you do more of the high fly, the twist, the turns, and things like that. Which one are you more comfortable with?
It's easier to be on the ground, but no height I'm scared of.
Okay.
I ain't scared of any heights.
Any heights. So we can just put a rope on you and hang you upside down.
Yeah.
And just hush you in the air.
Yeah. I'll jump off anything.
He's got experience with rope.
Yeah.
So you've been hung.
Yeah.
They've done that to you.
Yes.
So, I mean.
Yes, I've been hung.
Well, okay. Because for me, I'll be like, oh crap. What's safety? There's no safety. There's no.
Oh no! I
got
beat down in the center of the ring. This guy told his manager to go to the back and grab a noose that he had, and he put the noose around my neck. He threw me over the top rope, and he weighs. I don't know if you know him, Travis Locke. He weighs about, at the time, probably 260 pounds. And, I can't do that. So his weight against my weight, the only thing I could do was kick my feet.
Okay.
That's all I could do.
And how long did they suspend you on the road? I'm pretty sure to you it felt like forever. But.
Yeah, to me, I guess when you're losing air, you don't think. So the only thing I could think was to get it off of my head, but my feet couldn't get a grasp on the floor enough, especially wearing those slick bottom boots that I was wearing.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have proper gear, you didn't.
Yeah.
But no, that's one thing I like to try to really hammer into people. This isn't fake. There's training involved. There's athletic ability being applied here. There's a process as well. Because none of y'all are dum-dums.
No.
Now, we may see y'all look at that dum-dum out there, but you're not.
Yeah.
That's
who we come to the show to be. That's what we want to put off.
We want to change into a different persona, so to speak, and just cut loose.
Right.
But people don't understand, behind the scenes, there's skill, there's a thought process. It's not practiced. You're not out there going, hey, I'm going to do this move. Hey, y'all don't practice. If there's glass involved, that's glass. That's not sugar.
Yeah.
If there's blood, that's blood. It's not fake blood, and it's not ketchup.
Yeah.
But I make sure I want to hammer into people.
Yeah.
There is a skill level that you guys have to learn and acquire. Some have it naturally, and some of you don't.
Yep.
And you seem to have a natural ability.
Yeah. Well,
what consider it's in your blood?
Yeah. My granddad wrestled for WCW back in the day, so that puts me that kind of already put my head in the line of what I wanted to be when I grew up.
What did your parents go? Don't you dare think about this.
Yes, my mom told me, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it, do not do it. And then once I'd done it, she was like, I'm okay with it.
Well, she knew you already gotten bitten by the bugs.
Yeah, she was my number one supporter, still is.
Good. You have to have support doing this. So that you were considered the golden boy for so long with SCPW.
Yep.
Everybody loved Riot. Now they can't stand you. That easy. It was that easy. It's just like one night turn, they hate you.
Well, feelings mutual.
That was
what
going
can I
to
say?
be my next question. Like, what made the turn?
Priests. Priest actually made the turn. See, when Priest locked me in the box, I don't know what they had going on. I still don't know what they had going on. But I know that while I was in that box, I heard some weird things going on outside of it that you probably don't ever want to hear.
Okay. So it was
Yeah, it was. It
Something
was.
that just played on your mind.
Yeah, I heard like he wanted to read me this book all the time while I was in there, while I was stuck in the box, and he wanted to make sure that I heard it and make sure that I was listening. He wanted to question me on some stuff, and some of the stuff that he was talking about just I still can't make no sense of it.
Okay. Because we know, Priest Saturn, he's got certain abilities.
It's almost like he was casting a spell on me.
But do you feel it benefits? Like this is a good, this is helped. This is my path.
Yeah, to a degree.
Right.
Like I'm not the type to go out and disrespect anyone unless I'm disrespected. So I can't just go out and tell the crowd, "Hey, I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you." Because what have they done to me? They don't. They don't fuss at me. If they do, they get fussed back.
Okay. So it's a back and forth, the
Yeah.
crowd versus you guys. Because I mean, I know being part of the Lost, y'all do have like a certain reputation. You're not always liked.
Some of us.
I would say
Some of us more than others.
You're not always liked. You definitely have that hate ability.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one thing. It was like everybody loved us. What happened? Now they just can't stand you.
It's priest. That's the only explanation I have for it.
But that's what people don't understand. He's not a bad guy. Priest Saturn, he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Because I think he just lost as he sees it.
Well, I feel like Priest's separation from Barrett, because when they first came into SCPW, Barrett and Priest was a tag team. And if y'all didn't notice, Priest abducted me not long after Barrett was in the picture. So Barrett, Priest probably felt like he was alone. So I feel like that's why Priest needed somebody to back him up, and he picked me.
Okay. Well, like I said, you have a natural ability. Mm-hmm. He knows good when he sees it. So, of course, he's going to want the best behind him. And it's a smart move. You have to do it. Like I said, there's a thought process that goes along with everything that goes on. So, but yeah, definitely. So, where are y'all fixing to take this?
I'm so sorry. I need to get off my phone. I'm not trying to video.
So, where are we take this next? We're just going to continue with the Lost and see how it goes.
There's no yellow brick road.
Okay.
So basically, wherever the road takes us is where we're going.
Okay.
I feel like if you choose to follow a certain path, there's always something going to be there, and you have to choose another path regardless. So I can't really say where the path leads, but wherever it's leading to, me and Priest is going to be there.
Okay. So wherever we see Priest, we're going to see Riot. Wherever we see Riot, we're going to see Priest.
For sure.
So even though I see you mainly with SCPW, you guys also are with other organizations together.
At the moment, no, but right now Priest is working, I think 1 or 2 more shows, but Priest don't really need backup at these shows.
Okay.
But if Priest ever does need backup, he knows who to call.
Exactly. Well, you have to keep your friends close.
Yeah.
That's what you would consider.
I mean, I keep Priest on a daily basis. We talk all the time.
Well, I'm glad that we had a moment here to sit down and get to see you, Dr. Mayhew, get to know Riot a little bit better and understand where you come from, the flip, because I'm telling you, it floored us all, like, what?
Yeah.
So you did very much And yes, you are hated. You're no longer loved.
That's okay.
No, you're loved. You're loved. But thank you for having time with me.
Yeah. Thank you for doing the interview.